Hello, this is Stinger. I'm gonna be trying to make a tutorial. This is my second tutorial, I think. Yeah. And instead of doing a lot of editing like I did in the other one, I'm gonna just wing it. Do it like this instead, live. And the program thing I'll be showing you is the particle editor, as you've probably seen the title already. So, you go to Steam. Yeah, I've been having some problems with things. You right click the game you want to use to make particles for. I'm gonna do episode 2 because in my opinion it's the most stable version of the game. Right click, properties, set launch options, and where there you put the console, and just add tools. Now once it's launched you might notice that there's something different about it. Yeah, there's something different about it. So we want to make particles, right? Go to tools and choose the particle editor, because that's the one you want to be using. And then you go to File, New, to make a new thing. There you go, this is the place. I'm just going to be moving around these. You can do this too to make it. Yeah, it's best if you just follow along to something. Yeah. You create a new particle, you name it something. That's good enough. And now you have to do something, which I don't really remember. Oh wait. Renderer, add, right click, add. Maybe I should have like looked up or written down how to do this, because I doing it right off the top of my head instead. Animated sprites is the one you want, and you go to properties and you pick the material here, and you can browse for material, so it will type particle automatically. These are the ones that you want to use. This one looks kind of cool. I'll use that one. And you can see here, particle count, we don't have any particles yet. So this renderer, it just makes them so that it can spawn particles. You always need this, basically. We need an emitter to emit particles. Add, emit continuously, so they emit one by one. Open. See, now particles are spawning. You can see down there how they're like counting up until we get to 1000. I guess 1000 will stop. Yeah, we can rotate it and everything. This is not very fun because they're all spawning in the same place. So you know, make them spawn randomly, and we do that with an operator, maybe? No? Nope. Initializer? Yeah, initializer. You go to initializer, add, and there, position within sphere random. Open. And here you can see in the properties thing, you can see something like size. Distance minimum and distance max. There you can type like 16, and it will spawn them randomly within this sphere. Make it bigger, like 64. There you go. Now you have these things which spawn inside a sphere. That's kind of neat. We can also put like a force on them. You go to force generator and add, and you can add a pull towards control point. The control point is mostly just the center of it, so pull towards control point. And amount of force, you type something there like 1000, 100, no, 1000. Why is it not doing anything? Grr. Meh, okay, forget about that. I'll do this better sometime else, maybe. We can add an operator to make them go away when they spawn. Like add and alpha fade and decay. you want this for basically all particle effects. You just add it, and they will disappear after they've spawned. So you get this kind of effect. Kind of neat. I like that. You can go to properties and you can change the color too. You go here and you just change it to whatever. Make them a nice green color, because green is cool. No green? Oh, it won't let me make them green. Evil. I'll make them blue instead. That's cool. Okay. There we go. Now we have this thing. Yeah. I'm just gonna rename it because that was a bad name. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. There. Now we have this particle thing. Now we need to put it into Hammer so that we can look at it in the game. So you go File, Save As, and you save it as something. And normally it will just save it into this particle, this folder, C, program files, blah blah blah, your name, episode, up to particles. This is where all the particles are. You won't be able to see all these when you open the actual folder, but they're here. Name it something appropriate. Appropriate. Yeah. Hello there, Jason. I can't talk to you now. Making a... Yeah. Yeah, name it something appropriate and save. Yeah, and then you can close this. And you need to remember what you named it. Not the name of the actual file, but what you named the particle effect. I named it 1234, as you might have noticed. Remember that name, because you'll need it in Hammer. I'll just, yeah, later to define what particle it is you want to use. So first we have to open the folder where the particle thing is saved. Okay, so I found out how to do it now. You make a new text file in the particles folder, and you name it particles underscore manifest. Yeah, it has to be precisely this name. And you open it and you paste this in. I'll put what you need in the description. And depending on what you named it, you need to have just one of these. And particles, and then you name it whatever you named your file. So mine is appropriate.pcf, and you replace this, your name here, with pcf, with name and then .pcf, and save it. Yeah, so that should do it for the particle effects. Let's go into Hammer. Yeah, Hammer editor. Booyah. There we go. Now we're in the Hammer editor. I'm just gonna make a small map to demonstrate the particle thing. Lags. Yeah, you don't have to follow me on this. You just pause the video or something while I'm making this, so that you can make your own test map. Maybe you already have a test map for your particle. you make a new entity and you double click it and make it a um, info underscore particle system. Info underscore particle underscore system. I'll write everything I'm doing here in the description, I think, so that you can read instead of listening to my voice. Start active, yes, you want it to start active. So, map. Just run the map, see if it works. It might actually work. I'll be surprised though. Yeah, it works. Look, here's the particle effect you made. Or I made. Shiny. Yeah. So, there we go. The basics of the particle editor. Now, most of the particle editor is easily learned through trial and error. Or the Valve software wiki. Well, if you have any questions, Google it. If you can't find it on Google, ask someone else if they won't answer.